Ex-Agf Malami should be in prison, not keynote speaker at coalition of mega fraudsters. Hey, Sowore. Sowore, troublemaker, human rights activist and convener of #RevolutionNow movement, Omoyele Sowore, has said that the former Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami's son, is supposed to be in prison for all his corrupt practices instead of being recognized as a keynote speaker at a coalition event he, Sowore, described as a coalition of mega fraudsters. It was you too. Are you not a fraudster too? We don't hear your story. Sowore, a former presidential candidate of the African Action Congress (AAC), said this while reacting to Malami's participation as a keynote speaker at a coalition meeting organized by the National Political Consultative Group NOT in Abuja on Sunday. In a post on his verified X, formerly Twitter account on Tuesday, Sowore criticized what he sees as the normalization of corruption and impunity in Nigeria. Coalition of mega fraudsters. Imagine a country where a globally recognized thief like Abubakar Malami, Buhari's former ultra-corrupt Minister of Injustice, who was just leaving the evil APC a few weeks ago, became a keynote speaker and one of the biggest movers, people who should be cooling their feet in prison. Sowore wrote, Malami, who served as Attorney General of the Federation under former President Muhammadu Buhari, condemned the ruling APC for ignoring the struggles of citizens and putting policies ahead of their welfare during their keynote address at the meeting on Sunday. Malami stated that rather than addressing pressing issues such as insecurity, economic hardship and growing poverty, the APC has opted to focus on policies by endorsing President Bola Tinubu well ahead of an election that is still 2 years away. In April, the former AGF debunked report that he was planning to dump APC for the Social Democratic Party (SDP). But speaking at the coalition meeting on Sunday, Malami was quoted as saying just a few days ago, the ruling party held its national summit and international instead of addressing the serious issue of insecurity, economic hardship and rising poverty. He chose to focus on politics, endorsing President Bola Tinubu as sole candidate for the 2027 election that is still 2 years away. And this is what Sowore is having issues with. Can you see the pattern of Sowore? That anybody that comes outside to fight against the president, Sowore attacks that person. What has Malami said? We have a lot of serious issue of insecurity. I'm not even talking about the fact that he's an ex-AGF under Buhari and he didn't do anything when Buhari was there. But now what he's saying, is he lying? No. But we've seen the pattern that anybody that comes to say, oh, the president is doing this, instead of doing this, instead of Sowore to support, or if you're not going to support, you shut up your mouth. He comes out to attack those people that are trying to attack the president. Have you seen the pattern? Have you seen that the thing that Hundeyin said about Sowore is actually right? He's an agent of APC. Because anybody that comes for the president now, he tackles them and acts as if he is a saint. He's the only one that is pure. He's the only one that is good. Nobody else. Can you imagine? Now, your stakeholders of the coalition to form a united front to reclaim Nigeria from Tinubu and the APC and create a peaceful and prosperous Nigeria. The meeting was attended by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party Peter Obi, and former Governor of Rivers State Chibuike Amechi, among other opposition leaders. Meanwhile, Malami has faced multiple allegations of corruption and abuse of office during his tenure. Though he has not been formally charged or convicted of any crime, in January 2020, Sahara reporters reported how Transparency International, a global coalition against corruption, accused Malami of frustrating high-profile cases since he assumed office in 2015 and had not been at the forefront of the anti-corruption fight. The organization alleged that Malami had not prosecuted any corruption case in the approximately 5 years he had been in office, but had instead watered down cases that the Commission, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) was investigating or that were before the courts. In August 2021, Sahara reporters exclusively reported how Malami was sponsoring a bill before the National Assembly to take over the prosecuting and investigative power of all the law enforcement agencies in Nigeria. Sources told Sahara reporters that Malami move was to stall the prosecution of high-profile corruption and criminal cases to protect his allies from facing justice. The bill tagged the Prosecution of Offences in Nigeria Act 2017. If passed into law by the National Assembly, would have allowed the office of the AGF to take over the conduct of discontinued criminal proceedings. Also in August 2023, Sahara reporters reported that the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission announced it was investigating allegations of corruption and abuse of office against Malami just because he came to talk about the president, and said instead of them to focus on the insecurity, focus on the hunger and the hardship, they are focusing on an election that is still 2 years away. Sowore has gone to bring out all the history of Malami. Sowore, we can see your face clearly now. The ICPC announced a probe of Malami's alleged corruption and abuse of office in response to a petition filed by Human and Environmental Development Agenda Header Source Center. Sahara reporter previously reported that Malami, a lawyer from Kebbi State who was relatively unknown before his 2015 appointment to former President Buhari administration, has since become one of Nigeria's wealthiest individuals. Now, why you want him to remain permanently poor? Because I don't understand. Sowore, your own too much. We can see you now. Ex-Agf Ego says, you are lie. Sowore is a troubleshooter. Oh, yes, you know. Chooks Otti says Sowore is working for APC. We know, obviously. It's so obvious. He's not even hiding it any longer. He's not hiding it any longer. It's so clear. Anybody that does not see it now that Sowore is actually supporting APC, then that person cannot have sense again for life, because it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. Jeremiah says, now we know who Sowore be for you. I know they support Malami, but Sowore is the worst than Malami and Emefiele combined. Exactly. We are not saying that, what Malami did as the AGF was okay. But now that he's trying to talk against, let's say he doesn't even have the right to talk, because he also was corrupt during his tenure. But he's actually talking against the president. But anybody that does now, Sowore will attack that person. Then you know that, yes, something is wrong. Something is wrong. David Ola says, Agent Sowore, we know the assignments you have been given. You keep working for your money. He's really working for his money, because he's working back to back. It is well. Still, Oga says, in Nigeria, everybody is a thief. If you talk from today to tomorrow, forever, nothing will change. It is well. Let's just hope that something changes. And listeners, over to you. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Bye.